George has successfully thrown up 2 times this morning, so we're off to a great start today. Remember how I told you guys he suddenly just like grows hair overnight? Like he shaved and then he just like poofs out into this. I don't know how it happens. I look ridiculous with my hair like this. Like this has to be behind. Like tell me that doesn't look better than this. Nice burp, bud. Nice burp. Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole. It is Sunday and we are filming our Sunday tutorial in natural light. I'm not sure if I want to call this a tutorial though, because I have a box full of makeup that I'm pretty sure I'm going to get rid of, but I wanted to test it out one more time on camera with you guys to see if I want to keep it. I am not one of those YouTubers who has super pretty makeup storage with like container store shoe boxes and all that stuff. I would love to have that, but the reality is I don't. I keep all my makeup back there in my closet, in my entryway, with all my coats and my air conditioner. So it's a little cart that I got from Michael's. All the drawers are made out of plastic and they flake everywhere, but I do keep the storage organized. So when it starts to hit a point, I know that I need to go through my makeup and get rid of some stuff. I did do this recently. I mean, not that recently, it was months ago, but the makeup just starts to pile up and I like to just kind of go through it every once in a while with you guys and see if I'm still liking some of these products or if I should go ahead and either donate them or get rid of them if they're old and kind of, you know, not good anymore. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and keep watching. All right, I am sorry, but this natural light today is like perfect. I could not ask for better natural light. If you guys have not seen these videos before, I'm sitting in my living room. Obviously, I think you guys can tell based on the seating behind me. And I have 3 very large windows in front of me. Live off a busy street, so it's gonna be a little bit noisier than usual. I do have a microphone now though, so I think that kind of helps. And then I've got 3 little fur babies running around. George is always sitting at the window trying to bark at whatever walks by. Theo is gonna probably jump over the gate a couple times and Stanley might be moseying around. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I already did off camera, because you guys know I like to use my primers 15 minutes before I go in with my foundation so they can really absorb into the skin and do their job, is the Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer from First Aid Beauty. I do like this stuff. I love how my face looks right now. I feel like it looks hydrated. I love the smell of this. This always gets pushed to the back of my little makeup storage thing, so I need to keep this out so I could use it more often. So I already know I'm going to be keeping that. I have 2 foundations. I cannot decide which one. I have the Believe Beauty foundation. This is the Skin Finish foundation, medium to full coverage. I have Buff and Cashmere. Believe just sent me a PR box and they sent me these again. I did not like this the first time I tried it, so I had already donated what I had received from them whenever their brand launched. I think that was like October of last year, but I'm kind of tempted to try it again since they sent me some new colors and I think these might match me a little bit better. The one they sent me before was like way too light, which sometimes throws off how something looks on my skin. I don't know about you guys, but if I go in with too light of a foundation, it just completely throws everything off for me and I oftentimes don't like it. So I have that, and then I also have the Milani Creamy Natural Conceal and Perfect. Now I haven't used this in a really long time and I remember really liking this. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and try this since I did like this and I wanna see if I actually wanna keep it. I'll have to give this another try on another day, but yeah, it's been a while since I've used a stick foundation in general, so let's go in and try it. I zoomed you guys in for this so you could see a little bit better. I have my mirror on the side. This is a different setup for me. Normally I'm filming with a really big table in front of me and I just have this little desk. So I'm gonna start with that and see how this goes. It doesn't glide right onto the skin. That's the first thing I noticed when using this. And I think I remember that when using this the first time. I was like, okay, that doesn't seem like it's gonna blend very well, although
no.
That is sinking directly into my pores. Can you guys see that in that area right there on camera? Wow, that looks terrible. Let me try this side with the sponge and see if that's better. No, because it doesn't even want to blend out. I can already tell you guys I would be embarrassed to wear this out. So and it's not blending like at all. So this is a definite no for me. I'm not even gonna go any farther with this because I don't like it and it needs to go in the trash. That's been open for a while anyway. Oh my goodness, the two cutest little baby dogs are walking by. Hi. If my dog trainer heard me talking like that, he would be like, stop. He does not like it when I baby talk animals, but I just can't help myself. But anyway, I'm gonna actually wipe this off, reapply my primer, and we're gonna go in with the Believe Beauty because this is a no for me. And yes, I do use Face Halo and I really like it. I think this is one of the best products on the market for removing your makeup and not producing a lot of waste. All right, so round 2, we're gonna go in with the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. This is the shade Buff. Hoping this will work well for me. It looks like it's gonna be a good color. I'm gonna dab that onto the face. So that's just one pump all over the face. I'm gonna start with that, and then with whatever is left on the back of my hand, I just dip the butt of my sponge in, and then I start blending from there. All right, I actually like this. I would say one pump is giving me pretty light coverage. I'm not so much a full coverage girl, so I don't mind this. I will put one more pump though to try to build it up, but this looks a lot better than I remember. Going in with pump number 2. And when I go in with a second layer, I pretty much just focus that right on my cheek area because wow, this looks really pretty. My cheek area is always a little more red, as is my nose. So I always kind of go in and build up just the areas that I need it. I am thoroughly impressed with this. Holy crap. See what a difference it makes? Like I was saying, if I get the wrong shade of a foundation, it can completely throw it off for me. I think this looks beautiful. Okay, that is stunning. I am so happy the Milani didn't work out because this is beautiful. It's not too matte, it's not too glowy, it's very skin-like, it's very comfortable, and it's set itself down already. I wonder if it's gonna get a little bit more matte. I'd have to look back into the claims to see what kind of foundation it is, but so far so good. That is a keeper. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with concealer now. I loved this concealer for a very long time. This is the Collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer. Slightly worried it's gonna be too light. This is sand beige, but I'll try to make it work here. Yeah, that's pretty light for what I like, but it's okay. We'll just go for a little bit more of a highlighted look today, which typically I don't go for. I remember this being kind of a light to medium coverage kind of concealer, so I just don't grab for it anymore. I loved it, but then I fell in love with the Too Faced Born This Way. Okay, cool. So right as I started to blend this out, my camera decided to shut off, but we're back in business and I haven't blended this out yet, but I'm just using my sponge for this. But as I was saying, I fell in love with the Too Faced Born This Way, and then I fell in love with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and then I fell in love with the Pat McGrath Concealer, which is my current favorite. And I just kind of pushed this one to the back of the bin and never grabbed for it again, but I do like it. I can already tell I like it. It's not, like I said, a full coverage kind of concealer, which again, I'm just not like a full coverage kind of person. I don't mind if a couple of my flaws are showing through. I never build up my concealer, but I have heard this builds up really nicely. Even though that looked like it would be kind of light under the eyes, I don't think it's too light at all. I think that looks pretty. So definitely gonna keep this one as well. All right, once again, if you guys watched my full face of e.l.f., I will link that up here or down there somewhere where I did a full face of e.l.f. makeup. I picked up this contour palette and I did not like it. It just wasn't for me, but I wanna give it one last try. So I'm going to go in with this and this very lightly. This is such a pigmented palette. And I know it's meant to be a contour palette, but I thought I could use it as blush, especially with this color, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like how it blended. It just didn't seem to work for me. So I'm gonna see if I can make this work or if it needs to be donated to my local women's shelter. Actually kind of like that. So I went in with my Wet n Wild brush. This was the P53 brush. And like I said, I dipped in each color, removed some product on the back of my hand, and then went like that. And that just gave me, excuse me, I'm filming a video, thank you so much. That just gave me the perfect color and the perfect amount of product. So I'm keeping this as well. By the way, I do feel like the foundation has oxidized a bit. It's gotten like maybe half a shade to a shade darker. So I look like a bronze goddess from here up and a pale queen from here down, but we're gonna roll with it. Now this one kind of breaks my heart because this has made it through so many declutters. This is the Anastasia Blush Trio. This one is in Peachy Love. I also have Pool Party. I don't know why. I cannot get rid of these. It's because it's a Anastasia product. I really like the compact itself. I like that there's options for colors. So I'm gonna do like a little type of thing and see if I like these. I remember liking them for sure. I just never grabbed for this. I'm keeping it. Look it.
Look it. It's freaking bats.
Beautiful, stunning, blends like a dream. All those YouTube phrases, you know? You know what my problem is, guys? I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and everything I have has to be stored away so things look neat and organized, and I just can't see all of my makeup on a daily basis, which is why one day I would love to have that beautiful YouTuber setup so I could see everything I have. The same thing with like my clothes. I was actually just telling my friend Julie, hello Julie, I know you watch all my videos, I love you so much. I was just telling her I can't wait until I can have like a walk-in closet and I could see all of my clothes and be able to wear all of my clothes. When you live in a little space, it's very difficult to be able to utilize all your items. So one day. All right, this is stunning and you need it. How beautiful does that look? No wonder it's made it through all of my declutters because, oh, I could kiss you. I'm having a great makeup day. So let's move on to the next one, which I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of, but it kind of breaks my heart because I really liked this when I got it. It's the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection Horse and Carriage highlight. This has a little bit of a blue undertone, which isn't so much my thing, but I really liked the formula of this. I wish that they just had like a true champagne version. So I'm gonna grab my Bretman Rock highlight with Wet n Wild. This is a really nice brush. If you can get this at your local CVS or Walgreens or even on Wet n Wild. I really, really like it. Wow, a lot of product just flew off of that, but go ahead and add this. See? Oh, I don't even want to get rid of it after that first swipe. This has nothing on it. Once again, I just washed my makeup brushes. I can't get rid of it. I can't. That is just stunning. It does have a little bit of a bluish undertone, but it's not so much where it's like someone's gonna be like, why do you have a blue highlight on your face? Milani came out with like a blue ass highlight and a pink ass highlight, and I was like, would you wear that? Would anybody wear that? This though is completely wearable. You can barely see the blue undertone of it, so it's just like a little bit different. See, you can kind of see it on the nose there a little bit, but bitch, we're keeping you. All right, next up, and this is a more recent purchase. This is the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. When I used this in that video, I felt like it did something to this area when I put it on. I don't know what this finger situation was. Ew, ignore that. But I felt like it kind of did something weird to this area, so I wanna see if it does it again. I'm really gonna shake this up because it definitely makes you look dewy, and I'm only gonna go in with a couple of spritzes, like 4, and I mean it, 4, like XT. That's like how you should set. That's how I used to set when I did professional bridal makeup, and then I got sucked into the time warp of YouTube and I just go in with like 20 spritzes, but I'm really gonna only go in with 4. Sorry, I have a cheap little like 25-cent fan. I can't get the full like Patrick Ta whoosh, you know what I mean? I'm gonna work with what we've got. I popped a little highlight in the inner corner and, you know, on the décolleté and on the shoulders, just because like the sun is out and I'm feeling it right now. So next product, Benefit Gimme Brow. I never really loved this product, and so many people do. You guys know how obsessed I am with the e.l.f. Wow Brow, but I do want to give this a try. I love how small the wand is on this, or the spoolie and the wand, because the wand's small too, but I just want to see if I could do what I do with my Wow Brow with this stuff. The thing about the Wow Brow is it doesn't, I want to tell you guys the color I have here, 3. The thing about the Wow Brow is it doesn't like stain anywhere but where it should. It's like magic. So if you accidentally kind of go outside the lines, it doesn't really stay there. And it just lifts the brow and gives them fiber. So I just want to see if I can get the same effect here. I'm kind of getting the same effect, you guys. And with that said, Wow Brow is a lot cheaper, but I also think I'm gonna keep this. I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't wanna be sorry because I purchased this makeup. Some of it was sent to me, like the Believe Beauty stuff, but you know, I think these videos are kind of fun when it helps me actually declutter, but I'm not decluttering. It looks good, you guys, and that is my bad brow. I guess on Sundays, people rap and sing as they walk past my apartment, which I am not mad at. All right, these brows look fire. So good. Definitely keeping that. I also completely skipped over telling you guys how I think that performed. I think it looks really good. It didn't break anything apart in this area. So I think the key with this is going in lightly, like 4 spritzes max, and you'll be good to go. So we're keeping both of those. All right, so I don't have any eyeshadow that I actually don't like. I just like my shadow, okay? I'm sorry, but I just don't have a bad eyeshadow palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try my Maybelline Snapscara in Black Cherry once again and see if this has changed at all since I tried it a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes I hate mascara right out of the gate, which I don't with the pitch black version of this. I loved it the moment I tried it, but one of you said to give this some time to like let the oxygen hit it, so I have. So we'll see if anything has changed here. So I'm gonna do this off camera because nobody wants to watch me apply mascara. And then I'm also going to just throw a little bit of one of the e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow palettes into the crease. I haven't used this yet. I've heard a lot of buzz about it, so I'm not saying this is makeup that I'm getting rid of. I'm just gonna like throw a little bit into my crease and see what happens. So I'm gonna do that off camera and then I'll come back and let you guys know about the Snapscara and the eyeshadow. All right, those bite-sized eyeshadow palettes are really nice. If you see them in your local Target, Ulta, e.l.f. store, pick them up, they're worth it. You know what's funny is everyone has a different way in which they apply mascara. Like some people do this, like me, I like shake my head a little bit like this, squint my eyes. Some people like blink into it. It's so funny how everyone uses a different technique that works for them. All right, so the mascara definitely performed better today than it did before. I think it's a little bit more lengthening. It's not quite so heavy, but do I still prefer the black better? Yeah, I think this is just a little bit different in formula, but I'm gonna keep it because this isn't something that I can like donate to somebody. Anything that's gonna like touch your eye area like that, or eyeliners, you just don't want to donate them. You either want to throw them away or keep them. So let's go in and finish this up with the lips. I have the Jordana Tawny lip liner. I haven't used this for ages, so I'm just curious if I'm gonna like the color. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. All right, so that's okay. I'm just not much of a mechanical liner person anymore. I just prefer the texture of pencil liner, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. This is definitely expired anyway. I've had that forever, but I'm not mad at it. The formula is nice. I'm just more into pencils these days. So let's finish this up with the lips. This also pains my heart because I really like these and I just haven't used them for such a long time. These are the ColourPop lipsticks. I have Spring Roll and Layover, and I think I'm gonna just mix them both. So I'll start with Spring Roll, we'll start with Layover and then we'll add Spring Roll since it's a little bit lighter to the center. I like it. I like it a lot. For a matte formula, it's a really, really nice matte formula. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little Spring Roll and dab that in the center. All right, I really like both of those. I am definitely keeping those and just moving them forward in my little lipstick container. They just got pushed to the back somehow and I haven't touched them, but it's a very, very comfortable formula. It's not too matte and it's not too dewy. It's kind of like a satin finish. So let's finish this up with lip gloss. This is the Believe Beauty Lustrous Shine Lip Gloss in Prim and Proper. I cannot remember if I like the Believe Beauty lip glosses, so we're gonna give it a try and hopefully this will kind of tie the lip into the eyes. We have a very cool toned eye with a warm terracotta color lipstick, and this is a little bit cooler, so I'm hoping this will help. All right, it didn't quite bring it to the color I wanted it to kind of match with the eyes, but really, really like this formula. Super comfortable. As you can see as I'm talking, it's not like doing that stringy thing. That's a huge like ick when you're especially doing YouTube and people can see that. It's just not comfortable, not good. Very, very lightweight formula and I really like it. So that is an absolute keep. And I think that is it for what I wanted to try today. I am super, super happy with this look. Let me get closer so you guys can see, and then I'll zoom you guys out how beautiful. I am so happy I did this video today because sometimes I just go through my collection. Let me zoom you out real quick. We're real close. Okay, let's disregard the difference in my face and my neck and body here. Obviously, we know the Believe Beauty does oxidize a little bit, so keep that in mind if you're gonna purchase it. So we'll just, for the sake of this video, ignore it. But like I was saying, sometimes I go through my makeup and I'm just like, nope, haven't used you for a while, donate, get rid of it. You know what I mean? So it's important to do this because that's sometimes really wasteful as well. So I highly encourage you guys to sit in your natural light and retry products. Sometimes when you try products, your skin might be acting up, and there's just a ton of different factors that go into things, which is why when we do first impressions videos on here, remember that's a first impression, things might change. So let me know down below if you think I'm keeping a product that I should be getting rid of. I think this looks so pretty. I would say I'm gonna do a check-in later in natural light, but we are in natural light. So I'll let you know how they wear down below. I've got some things to do today, so I'm not quite sure I can get back on here, but always check the description for additional information. If you guys have any questions, as always, please leave them down below. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the world to me, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It helps me out so the video can be seen by other people. Definitely make sure to give me a follow on Instagram. Again, I do polls on there regarding makeup. My animals are all over my Instagram, and it's just fun to be able to connect with you guys on a daily basis rather than weekly in my YouTube videos. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.